Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson is presented by Acti-Statin, Adena Springs, Ashford Stud, Bloodstock Research, Castleton Lions, Central Equipment, Claiborne Farm, Crestwood Farm, Dock Lanes Veterinary Pharmacy, Gainesway, Horse Sense, Horse Races Now, Keeneland, Lanes End, Malone's, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Pin Oak Stud, Quillen Leather and Tack, Ramard, Sally Horse Fans, Shadwell Farm, and Warrendale Sales.
Hi everyone, I'm Kate and Bradar filling in for John Henderson on this edition of Thoroughbred Week, featuring Kentucky Derby prospects in the Grade 1 Bluegrass Stakes and the Grade 1 Arkansas Derby, and the return of Horse of the Year Wise Dan in the Grade 1 Makers 46 Mile. We begin with fillies and mares at Aqueduct in the Grade 2 Distaff Handicap. Undefeated Cluster of Stars, the 1-5 favorite. Tom Durkin picks up the call.
Around the far turn, Junior Alvarado and Cluster of Stars, leaving room at the inside for Los Ojitos, who quickly grabs the lead. Los Ojitos, decisively ridden by Rajib Mirage, and opens up a length and a half on the heavily favored Cluster of Stars. Nakano is third on the rail, and Miss Doro. Cluster of Stars has 3/16 of a mile to get to Los Ojitos, and Cluster of Stars up for the test and up for the lead. Cluster of Stars now in front. Los Ojitos second on the inside as Miss Doro moves late. And they're coming down to the finish. And it is Cluster of Stars who cruises home here.
Odds-on favorite Cluster of Stars rallies back to defeat Miss Doro by 2 3/4 lengths. Junior Alvarado, the winning jockey, in 110 flat. Cluster of Stars 5 for 5, with all 4 previous wins coming over the inner track at the Big A. The 4-year-old filly by Greeley's Galaxy was bred in New York by Michael McPullen and Sean Finn. Trained by Steve Asmussen, Cluster of Stars has earned nearly $230,000 for Turtlebird Stable. Cluster of Stars paid $2.40 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. To Keeneland now for the Grade 1 Madison Stakes. Fantasy of Flight, the 3-1 favorite. Kurt Becker picks up the call.
Around the far turn, Jamaican Smoke, Dr. Diamond's Prize, the top 2 separated by just ahead. Shumoose in between horses third, now looking for more room toward the outside. Fantasy of Flight is fourth out in the center of the racetrack. Holiday for Kitten goes to fifth. Drama is sixth off the far turn. Jamaican Smoke, Dr. Diamond's Prize, Holiday for Kitten looks for room. Fantasy of Flight, Shumoose, Drama down the far outside. Queen's Award up the inside, but Jamaican Smoke, the one to catch, leads it by 3. Queen's Award up the rail. Last Full Measure on the extreme outside is running late alongside Drama by Rama also coming late. Last Full Measure, huge strides along with by Rama. Last Full Measure by Rama at the line. Last Full Measure takes it.
17-1 long shot. Last Full Measure holds off by Rama by a neck. Corey Nakatani aboard the Keeneland Sales Graduate in 123-1. An allowance winner over the Keeneland Polytrack last fall, Last Full Measure returned 6 months later to get her first stakes victory. She's the 6th fillier mare by Empire Maker to capture a Grade 1 stakes over the Keeneland Polytrack. The 5-year-old mare was bred in Kentucky by St. George Farm. Trained by Phil Oliver, Last Full Measure has earned $293,000 for St. George Farm Racing. Jose Lascano with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. To Oaklawn Park for the Grade 1 Apple Blossom Handicap. Grace Hall, the even money favorite. Frank Mirmati has the call.
On Fire Baby leads the way 3 furlongs from home. Summer Applause is asked to get after her within a neck now. Second, Grace Hall makes her move. Summer Applause, Grace Hall moving in tandem. On Fire Baby's trying to cling to them. Don't Tell Sophia claims fourth. She's all in, dropping back. Tiz Ms. Sue is fifth, but only 2 lengths off the lead. Several chances with a 1/4 of a mile to go. Don't Tell Sophia unleashes a 4-wide bid. On Fire Baby digs in. Summer Applause comes under pressure. On the outside of them, Tiz Ms. Sue swings into action. On Fire Baby, Tiz Ms. Sue. These are the 2. Don't Tell Sophia third. On Fire Baby's holding on. Tiz Ms. Sue's trying to get to her. On Fire Baby or Tiz Ms. Sue. On Fire Baby came back ready, and she wins the Apple Blossom in front-running fashion.
12-1 long shot. On Fire Baby by Gainesway stallion Smoke Glacken takes the field gate to wire to defeat Tiz Ms. Sue by half a length. Joe Johnson aboard in 144 flat. The first Grade 1 victory for her jockey, for trainer Gary Hartledge, and for owner and breeder Anita Cawley. The Kentucky-bred 4-year-old filly was making her first start since running 4th in the Grade 1 Test Stakes last summer. On Fire Baby has earned nearly $655,000. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 1 Makers 46 Mile coming up in this segment. We begin with turf fillies and mares at Keeneland in the Grade 1 Jenny Wiley Stakes. The field included last year's winner Daisy Divine, but the 8-5 favorite was Center Court. Kurt Becker has the call.
48 seconds, the time for the first half mile. A year ago, Daisy Divine got the opening half mile in 50 3/5 seconds, so a quicker pace this time, but she leads it by 5 lengths around the far turn and is waiting for a challenge. Here's Center Court trying to get underway toward the outside, up to challenge Quiet Oasis for the second spot. They're both 6 lengths away from Daisy Divine, who turns for home well in front, but Center Court is trying to reel her in. 3 lengths between them, 2 lengths between them. Center Court is coming down the outside to take the lead. Center Court with a head in front. Daisy Divine is beaten. Center Court, Julian Leperoux going to take it. Samatar runs on third, but Center Court wins the Jenny Wiley from Daisy Divine.
Center Court by Lane's End Stallion Smart Strike runs by Daisy Divine to score by 2 lengths. Julian Leperoux aboard in 141 3. Runner-up in 2 previous appearances over the Keeneland turf, including the Grade 1 Queen Elizabeth II Challenge Cup last fall. Center Court records her first Grade 1 victory. Trainer Rusty Arnold continues his amazing streak of having won a race at every Keeneland meeting he has had a starter at since the spring of 1986. The 4-year-old filly was bred in Kentucky by her owner, G. Watts Humphrey Jr. and the Louise Ireland Humphrey Revocable Trust. Center Court has earned $746,000. Keeneland Stakes action is presented by Warrendale Sales, now accepting entries for the Keeneland September yearling sale. This reminder, entries close May 1st. Next, the Grade 2 Oaklawn Handicap, Fort Larned, the 1-2 favorite. Frank Mirmati has the call.
It's still top down, 3/8 of a mile from home. Cyber Secret, Fort Larned side by side. Golden Ron has surrendered. Adigan continues to make progress on the outside. He's up to take 4th as Fort Larned is coming under pressure at the quarter pole. The leader is tapped down. Cyber Secret is coming after him. Fort Larned is back to 3rd. And then it's Sabercat now going by him. They're a furlong from the finish. And Cyber Secret is up to take the lead. Tap Town running a big race 2nd. Then it's Sabercat 3rd, followed by Fort Larned and Optimizer. A perfect season for Cyber Secret as he strolls in to win the Oaklawn Handicap by 5 widening lengths.
Cyber Secret by Pin Oak Stud Stallion Broken Vow draws off to defeat Tap Town by 5 3/4 lengths. Robbie Alvarado aboard the Keeneland Sales Graduate in 149 3, a 108 brisk speed rating. Cyber Secret goes undefeated in 4 starts during the Oaklawn meeting. The 4-year-old colt was bred in Kentucky by Paragon Farms and was a $110,000 Keeneland November weanling. Trained by Lynn Whiting, Cyber Secret has earned $552,000 for Oakland Park owner Charles Sella. Back to Keeneland for the seasonal debut of reigning horse of the year Wise Dan in the Grade 1 Makers 46 Mile on turf. Wise Dan, the 2-5 favorite against 4 challengers, including last year's winner Data Link. Once again, here's Kurt Becker.
Salentio and Skyring are side by side for the top spot. They're separated by a half length now. Wise Dan joins them on the far outside in 3rd, a length and a half off the lead as they go to the far turn. Mr. Commons in 4th, and Data Link, if he's going to repeat to the Makers 46 Mile, he'll have to do it just like he did a year ago, rallying from last. 48 4/5 seconds, the time for the first half mile. Here's Wise Dan now moving up on the far outside and into contention with Skyring between horses. Salentio toward the inside. Data Link now underway on the far outside. Mr. Commons is last. Wise Dan and Data Link on the grandstand side. Skyring fights on with Salentio toward the inside. Mr. Commons in behind horses in 5th. Wise Dan the leader at the 8th pole. Here's Data Link coming on the outside. Will Wise Dan be up to the challenge today? Data Link is still 2nd. Data Link trying, but he's 2nd best today to Horse of the Year, Wise Dan.
Wise Dan returns a winner, defeating Data Link by a length. Jose Lescano subbing for the injured John Velasquez. the mile on the turf in 1:36.1. Wise Dan making his first start since defeating eventual Dubai World Cup hero Animal Kingdom in the Breeders' Cup Mile. The Charles Lepresti trainee back at Keeneland, where he kicked off his 2012 Horse of the Year campaign with a track record-setting victory in the Grade 3 Ben Eli Stakes over the main track and recorded a decisive score in the Grade 1 Shadwell Turf Mile during the fall. The 6-year-old gelding by Wiseman's Ferry was bred in Kentucky by his owner, Morton Fink. Wise Dan has banked $3,727,000. The Lanes End Stallion of the Week is Curlin, whose 3-year-old colt Palace Malice punched his ticket to the Kentucky Derby by running second by a neck in the Grade 1 Bluegrass Stakes. The Great Curlin is the 4th active sire on the second crop sire list. There were 4 Grade 1 races last Saturday, and all were won by Lanes End connected runners. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 1 Bluegrass Stakes coming up in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin with fillies at Keeneland in the Grade 2 Beaumont Stakes. California shipper Judy in Disguise, the 2-1 favorite. Kurt Becker has the call.
22 and 4 at the quarter, 46 seconds for the opening half mile. Magical Moon a 1-length lead. All About Caroline the Gray is second a length. Ciao Bella Luna third. Up on the outside, Judy in Disguise a quarter mile out is fourth, 5 lengths off the lead. Just to the inside of horses. Then Fearless Shock, who's fifth and looking for more running room. Ciao Bella Luna coming after Magical Moon at the 8th pole. All About Caroline is third. Fearless Shock fourth on the outside. Then Judy in Disguise is fifth. Ciao Bella Luna puts ahead in front at the 16th pole. The Beaumont Stakes presented by Keeneland Select to Ciao Bella Luna and Joel Rosario.
Ciao Bella Luna takes it by 2.5 lengths over Magical Moon for a 1-2 finish by Keeneland sales graduates. Joel Rosario aboard in 1:26.4. Ciao Bella Luna gets her first stakes victory, and she gives Hall of Fame trainer Jerry Hollendorfer his first stakes victory at Keeneland. The filly by Tribal Rule was bred in Kentucky by Dennis and Carol Yoakum. Ciao Bella Luna has earned $145,000 for Gillian Campbell, Cardinton Racing Stable, and Greenwood Lodge Farm. To Oaklawn Park for the Grade 3 Fantasy Stakes. Rose to Gold, the 3-5 favorite. Once again, here's Frank Irmati.
Rose to Gold maintains a 1-length lead. Manuka Honey is trying to cling to her second. Marathon Lady 2 behind in third. Hung the Moon on the rail fourth. Then it's Liberty Girl, fifth, 6 lengths off the pace. Another 4, Inspired Exchange, starts to pick it up a bit outside of Legal Mind. Not much change the whole race. Rose to Gold in control. Marathon Lady on the outside trying to get into second. Manuka Honey. Then it's Hung the Moon with a furlong left to go. Rose to Gold opens up 4. Manuka Honey and Marathon Lady. Behind them comes Liberty Girl. But it's a dominant performance. Rose to Gold just cruising along up top under Calvin Burrell. A very easy winner of the Fantasy. Wins by 4.5 lengths.
Odds-on favorite Rose to Gold, the front-running winner by 4.5 lengths over Manuka Honey. Calvin Burrell up in 1:45.4. A 3-time stakes winner at 2, including the Grade 3 Delta Downs Princess, the Sale Santoro trainee was last seen taking the Grade 3 Honeybee Stakes over the track and trip. The filly by Friends Lake was bred in Kentucky by Joe Mulholland Sr. and Jr., John and Karen Mulholland, and originally sold for $1,400 as a yearling. Rose to Gold has earned nearly $718,000 for Kathleen Amaya and Rafael Centofanti. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisna.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year. Back to Keeneland for the Grade 1 Bluegrass Stakes. 14 went postward with Ride a Luke, the 7-2 favorite. Once again, here's Kurt Becker.
Undrafted is the leader toward the inside, but Ride a Luke is right alongside. The opening quarter went in 23 and 4/5 seconds. An honest pace up front, gap of 3. Back to Uncaptured in third, 3 parts of a length. Palace Malice fourth toward the inside. Footbridge fifth up on the outside. My Name is Michael 6th between horses. West Hills Giant between horses in 7th. Tesseron moves up 8th against the rail, 5 lengths off the lead. Then Balance the Books in 9th. Charming Kitten 10th. Fear the Kitten 11th. Channel Isle. Then Dynamic Sky Sky next to last, and Java's War the trailer. 48 seconds the time for the first half mile. Ride to Luke has the lead by 2 lengths around the far turn. Undrafted is second. Uncaptured is third up on the outside. Palace Malice finds an opening toward the rail, and Palace Malice from fourth to second, but 3 lengths off the lead of Ride to Luke. Uncaptured needs to find more and find it quickly. Undrafted drops back in fourth. Charming Kitten is trying to get on track with Java's War on the far outside, but a long way to come. Here's Palace Malice coming after Ride to Luke. They're at the 8th pole. Java's War and Charming Kitten and Balance the Books all running late, but Palace Malice the closest threat to Ride to Luke. Java's War is still coming. So is Charming Kitten. Java's War chasing Palace Malice. Java's War from last to first for Julian Leperoux. They have won the Toyota Bluegrass.
Java's War rallies from last to defeat Palace Malice by a neck. The second Grade 1 victory on the card for Julian Leperoux. Time of the race, 1:50.1. A stakes winner on turf at Louisiana Downs and third in the Grade 1 Breeders' Futurity over the track at 2. Java's War made his 3-year-old debut in the Grade 2 Tampa Bay Derby and finished second to undefeated Verrazano. The colt by Warpass was bred in Kentucky by his owner, Charles Fipke. The second winner of the Bluegrass for trainer Kenny McPeak, Java's War has earned $672,000.
Thoroughbred Week is presented by Remar's total line of equine products featuring Total Calm and Focus, the leading calming product on racetracks nationwide. For further information, please log on to remardinc.com.
Time now for the feature race of the week presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. To Oaklawn Park for the Grade 1 Arkansas Derby. War Academy, the even money favorite. Here's the call by Frank Mirmati.
6 furlongs from home, it's Divine Ambition leading now by a length. Falling Sky is racing second. Then it's Heaven's Runway third. Frack Daddy on the outside. Den's Legacy alongside his stablemate War Academy. Those two are right together and only 3 lengths off Falling Sky, who's back in front. Overanalyze has 5 to make up. Carve inside of him. They are followed by Texas Bling, and Oxbow is last, but only 7 lengths covers the field with a half-mile left to go. It's Falling Sky narrowly. Den's Legacy in between horses. Divine Ambition at the rail is in third. On the outside of them comes Frack Daddy in 4th position. He's about 2 lengths off the lead. Heaven's Runway is next. Down at the rail comes Carve. War Academy is trying to get involved. Oxbow, War Academy is actually pulled up. War Academy now pulled up. And from the back of the pack, Oxbow is trying to get involved. It is Falling Sky, the leader at the top of the stretch. The field turns for home. Falling Sky. Den's Legacy is going with him. Oxbow has surfaced late on the outside, and Overanalyze is in the mix as well. Frack Daddy running a good one. They're inside the final 1/8 of a mile, and Overanalyze now storms to the front. And Overanalyze coming into his own at the right time. He's opening up through the stretch under Rafael Bejarano, an impressive winner of the Arkansas Derby.
Overanalyze draws off to defeat Frack Daddy by 4 1/4 lengths for a 1-2 finish by Keeneland sales graduates. Rafael Bejarano up in 1:51.4. Winner of the Grade 2 Futurity Stakes and the Grade 2 Remsen Stakes at 2, Overanalyze finished 5th in the Grade 3 Gotham Stakes in his 3-year-old debut. The colt by Dixie Union was bred in Kentucky by Diamond A Racing Corporation, one of several top Kentucky Derby prospects for trainer Todd Pletcher. Overanalyze has earned $956,000 for Rapoli Stable. The colt was consigned by TaylorMade Sales Agency to the 2011 Keeneland September yearling sale, where he was purchased by J.J. Krupe, agent for Rapoli Stables, for $380,000. Grade 1 Arkansas Derby winner Overanalyze, the Keeneland Sales Graduate of the Week. We'll have 3-year-olds in the Grade 3 Lexington Stakes from Keeneland and the Grade 3 Illinois Derby from Hawthorne, older horses in the $1.5 million Charlestown Classic, and turf racing from closing weekend at Santa Anita, all next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson has been presented by Acti Staten, Adena Springs, Ashford Stud, Bloodstock Research, Castleton Lyons, Central Equipment, Claiborne Farm, Crestwood Farm, Dock Lanes Veterinary Pharmacy, Gainesway, Horse Sense, Horse Races Now, Keeneland, Lanes End, Malone's, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Pin Oak Stud, Quillen Leather and Tack, Ramard, Sally Horse Fans, Shadwell Farm, and Warrendale Sales. Online at tbredweek.com.